Previously on Survivor Branford. The Girls Alliance had made it to the end, but with 4 of them and only 3 spots left, things got complicated. Brittany and Alba sought to work with Danielle to eliminate Sam, while Danielle and Sam agreed to vote Alba out after Brittany won immunity. With both sides at a standoff, Sam and Alba competed in a tiebreaker challenge for the right to advance to the final 3. Alba pulled out the win, giving Sam a 4th place finish and the final seat on the jury. With 3 left, find out who will earn the title of sole survivor tonight.
Welcome to the final tribal council, where the power shifts from the players to the jury. They have been watching this whole time, observing, listening, have not had the chance to speak. This will be the first time since getting voted out that these people will get to address the very folks that voted them out. Each of you will have a chance to ask a question, make a statement, address these contestants however you so choose. Before we do that, contestants have a chance to make an opening statement to the jury, why you think you deserve the title of sole survivor and the $1 million. It's actually 120, so this is a big deal, okay? This is what you're looking to win. Then, once all the statements have been made, you can make your closing remarks. The jury will then vote. You are voting for a winner. Make your opening statements. We'll start with Brittany and go this way.
Okay, so thank you everyone for coming today. You have an important decision to make today, but I can honestly say that out of us 3, you can't make a bad choice. I just want to address some issues. Some people have been slandering my reputation, and I just want to make it clear that, make it very transparent for you guys. One of the situations was Sam and Danielle came up to me and asked me to throw in Alba, but as you know, Alba is my first friend that I made here, so I just couldn't really throw her out, so I just said okay, and then waited for the result. And the only difference is, what if me and Alba went up to Danielle first and asked her to throw out Sam? And Danielle said, okay, then later on I could accuse her of being a liar. But frankly, I'm loyal to my friends, so that's why I didn't vote for Alba. So please vote for me.
So we talked about this at the very end, like the difference between being a team player and telling the truth and being strategic. I think I've done a good job of being able to do both. In the very beginning, I kind of saw that there was a strategic pair that was already kind of forming. Sorry, Dennis and Jim, you guys were a pair last year, so I figured you'd be a pair this year. So that's where we kind of started at the beginning. And then also coming in as a minority, me, Philip, and Sam, we still got to pretty far. Sorry, Philip didn't get as far. But as a minority, me and Sam got to Final 4, which I think says a lot that we still got that far. I like to think I had a strong hand doing that. I also won 2 challenges, so I think I deserve to be here, and that's why I should win. We should win.
Okay, the last plea you guys are gonna hear. I think I'd like to say that I've been playing this game fairly. I haven't cheated to find immunity tokens or, lied and voted a different way than what I said I would vote. I think I've just been playing it true to the game. Make alliances, figure out the best strategy to get to the end. And I think it's up to you guys to decide whether you think making alliances is unfair or if that's just part of the game.
First of all, congratulations. You guys did something that I couldn't do. That being said, that doesn't mean I respect the way that you played the game. Alba, you didn't look for immunity idols, you didn't win any immunity challenges, and you didn't do great in challenges, period. And I didn't see much strategizing coming from you, so I don't have any questions for you. So I want to focus on Brittany and Danielle. I saw glimpses of strategy and gameplay coming out. I respect the fact that you won individual immunity idols. So my question to each of you is, what is the biggest strategic move that you led in this game? Brittany first.
I guess the final vote, I won the immunity for that challenge. So I asked Alba, do you want to stay or do you want to go? I respect you, so you make the choice and I'll follow by your side. So that's when I lied, because I said okay to voting out Alba with Sam and Danielle. So I guess that's the biggest thing that I lied.
Danielle?
So I kind of alluded to it earlier, Dennis. Before we even had our first challenge, I went to Meredith and said, I think we should get either Jim or Dennis out. Do you have a preference? I'm thinking it's Dennis. And she said, fine with Dennis. I said, okay, let's get everyone else on board. And then you got voted out first. I will say there were other decisions that were made by people in my alliance, so I wasn't leading everything. But it all made strategic sense, so I was willing to kind of go with what you would be in.
Great, thank you. Good luck to all of you.
Congratulations, you did well. As you see on your buff, the name of the game is Outwit, Outplay, and Outlast. I congratulate you all for outlasting, some of you for outplaying. I don't feel like your strategic game, which all there, was true to the game of Survivor. If this was how Survivor played out on TV, people wouldn't watch the show, I feel like. Danielle, so you say you were sure that Jim and I were in an alliance coming in. So one thing that frustrated me is you wouldn't even have a conversation with me. Last year had nothing to do with this game. So is there a reason you wouldn't even have a game conversation with me? That's what I enjoy about this game.
So I had a game conversation, it just happened to be with Jim.
No, with me, it's
I know, I'm just saying that my game conversation was to go to Jim because I had already decided that I wanted to vote you out. So I asked him if he wanted to vote you out and he said he was fine with it. So for me, I honestly didn't want to give you the option that if you guys were in an alliance that you would be able to vote me out so early. That's where I was last year. I know how easy it is to get voted out first and I didn't want there to be a chance that it was me.
Oh, but so in the challenge where you had to remember what had gone on earlier in the season, I believe you only got one of the answers correctly. Did you just feel really safe, not care, or had you not been paying attention?
I think I honestly mentioned two different things.
Could you give an example of one thing, if it had been on that quiz, you think you would have nailed?
Like which foods everyone had.
What did I bring?
I can't answer that question.
I don't want any hard feelings. Give me the game. And Brittany, so you have my vote if you can answer this question. Can you tell me why I shouldn't vote for Danielle and I shouldn't vote for Alba?
Because they didn't beat you in the drinking contest.
Wasn't the compelling answer I was looking for?
Can I comment on that? Am I allowed to?
Sure.
So the only thing is, the biggest thing for you is talking about, being strategic, and I think the reason why you should vote for me and not them is the fact that I'm sitting here. I think it was a better strategic play for them to have Sam here, because her name has been voted multiple times. My name has never been written down this entire game, and I've won the immunity twice. So why would you want me to run this with you guys to me? No.
Okay, so I'm going to open up with a bit of a history lesson here, Survivor Branford history. So 2 years ago, the winner of that game I would describe as being the best social player we have ever seen, a very good strategic player, not great at challenges, but everybody has their flaws. Last year, the winner of that game won immunities when he had to. Little did he know he would have been voted out had he not won those immunities. Also, never received a vote, never really got on anybody's bad side. Might not have really been too keen as to what was going on in the game, but made it to the end and won over the jury. How am I up here next year describing each one of you? Go ahead, Alba.
I don't think I did any of those things.
So what was different about you? What's unique?
Well, this is my first Survivor game, and so I was honestly just mostly watching and seeing how everyone else played it, and just having fun this weekend and not thinking too hard about winning.
Okay, thanks. Danielle?
So as a typical millennial, I feel like I'm a master of none, but in a good way, unlike Alba. because I feel like I did a little bit of all of those things. You know, I feel like I played the strategy when I felt like it was needed. I also played the social when I felt it was needed, and I also won some challenges when it was key for me. So for me, I think it's just being all around, being as good as I need to be.
Similar to Danielle, I won 2 challenges to gain immunity. I was able to make alliances with various people so that at every vote I was part of the majority, and I knew what the outcome would be at the end of that round. So I think I played the game well. I didn't really backstab anyone. Sam could say I did, but sorry, Sam. But I think I played the game well and fair.
Mark, you got memoirs going on?
Yep. First of all, congratulations to each of the 3 of you. I do have a question for each of you. Alba, first, you kind of played under the radar, and I don't think any of these people thought that you would make it to the final 3, but yet you are sitting here. Was that your plan all along, or did it just kind of start happening and you said, this is great, let's keep going with this?
Yeah, like I answered Jim, I just came to have fun, and then when I started working out with alliances, I kept going. That was great. Didn't foresee anything happening.
Danielle, when it was time to vote Jim out after he had been told that he was going to be the one going home, you came up to me and you said, I'm thinking of changing my mind. What do you think? If we had gone that way and we had kept Jim around, how do you think it would have positively or negatively impacted your game?
At that point, I was pretty nervous, to be honest, because all the bets were getting voted off. So for me, when I was trying to think of, who I was going to be aligned with, I thought it'd be a good idea to have Jim on my side. Honestly, I don't know. I feel like this game changes based on who goes out each round, so I'm not sure if it was good or bad.
Brittany, you won 2 immunity challenges. Congratulations on those. If you had not won those 2, do you think you would still be here?
Yeah, I've made enough alliances that I think that I would have still been here. The first immunity challenge that I won, I don't think I needed it. And then for the last one, I had made an okay deal with Danielle and Sam to vote out Alba. I did tell Alba in advance, just so she knows.
Alright, congratulations to the 3 of you for making the final 3. It's impressive. So first of all, Alba, I appreciate your attitude of having fun and being glad to be here, and I think that's a great attitude, and I think a lot of people should have that. But I think that's maybe a top 8 attitude, not a top 3 attitude. And so I respect you, and I think you're a great person, and I enjoyed getting to know you.
Can I interject really quick?
You may.
I think it's really fair what you're saying. I have been playing in a way that adds up to me being here.
So I would like each of you to define your ideal vision of the winner of the month. We'll start with you. Who they are,
I mean, I
how
would
they
just look in the mirror. And
how they played the game.
To be honest, I feel like it really is being able to play both the social and the strategic game. I think that's been the biggest difference between a lot of us in the way that we've played. I think this year Survivor just wasn't as strategic as it usually is, and there wasn't as, conniving and things like that, but yet you still need it to get into one of these spots, and you need to do it when you need to do it.
Yeah, just someone who can play the game well, win some challenges, maybe find immunity idols or the clues. So strong in the game as well as strategy, making alliances, trying to minimize the backstabbing and lying, I think is a reflection of their character. Although this game can be quite vile, but...
I'm going to start mostly not addressing our candidates, but addressing the jury. The first big statement is this car alliance thing has been blown way out of proportion, and there's a lot of righteous indignation going around that shouldn't be happening. The strategizing was pretty open and transparent. Let's vote off the people on the other team in this order. And that's what we tried to do. And I would say that was a pretty strong strategy. Patrick, you were next. Sorry, Philip.
You're really close.
My heart's beating so fast. Oh gosh. Had it been as strong as you guys think it is, I would still have gotten much further. They stabbed me! It's not real! that thing the girls all walk off, which one had the bigger influence on the game in the last 6 people? I would have made it much further had that. I was giving away, I gave money away to Brittany, Rob. No. So, I don't believe any of that stuff. Don't believe Sam. Don't believe the other folks who were going after it with crazy vigor. That's not true. I am mad that that's a thing. I'm speaking from my heart. Abba, you should have gotten more on the memory. Danielle, you played great. Brittany, you also played great. I would say both of you guys played better than me. Brittany had alliances on both sides. Brittany should win.
Can I make a comment to that?
Nope.
Okay.
I guess congratulations. I don't know that. I don't know. I guess you all played better than me because you're all here. I do feel like Alba, you did fly under the radar, as you put it, and I don't know if you played better than me. I think both of you definitely do played better.
If you look at the beginning of this line, I think, including Philip, up to like, you know, what will these people vote for in the end right now, right? And I think it's every single person is someone who will respect big moves. And I don't think voting any of them out is a big move. I think those are all easy decisions out of fear. I mean, if Sam was sitting here, I would grill her, but I would give her my vote. Because I do feel like she made those big moves. She did what she had to do. She got the Girls Alliance going, from what I've heard from the answers so far and in discussing with everybody else. So I wanted to ask Brittany, so why then did you decide, assuming it was you, based on kind of what Alba's been saying, that she was more passive, kind of trying to fly under the radar, there were still ample opportunities to vote out ex-Arcanum, ex-Grey people. So then why did you decide to vote Mark out, and would you see that as a big strategic move?
So we made this girl alliance for girls, and obviously girls versus boys. Girls rule and boys rule. Just kidding. But I wanted to throw out Drew first because Drew's with Sam. I'm assuming. I wanted to keep Rob and Mark there for like later, but Danielle and Sam were very adamant about Mark being voted out first. So kind of had to agree, and then this way I could gain their trust, and then we can slowly get Drew out, and then Rob, we wanted to save you, but Sam had immunity.
I get it.
Yeah. So I'm sorry, but yeah, that's how the order was made.
So Danielle, similar question.
Yep.
So when Girls Alliance was formed, what role did you play in the forming of that alliance and getting them to agree with you guys to vote Mark out, or was it mostly?
Yeah, so I mean, we actually had talked about, before we even merged, talking about Girl Alliance in the beginning, so it's always something you look at, you try to see where the majority is and where the minority is. So at that point, you know, Sam and I were at the minority, so how do you make a majority? So easy call was to target the girls. To be honest, it wasn't hard. I was really surprised. I think it was kind of a dumb move for them to join us. They already had the majority, and me and Sam were easy pecking order, pick us off, and then figure it out. I think that's another instance where someone else on this panel, it's not me, made another dumb decision and gave me money. I don't know why. I'd never talked to her the entire time before that instance. She gave me money to buy a card. It could have been the winning card. Luckily, I mean, I had already got the card that I needed, but I honestly have no idea.
I know Alba's kind of getting the sharp end of the stick here. I think flying under the radar is a valid strategy, right? I mean, it worked. It got you to right here, right now, where, you know, the people who, I think given who was left, the ex-Aura members, I think I was like really chomping at the bit to play the game the hardest. So then was there ever a time where you thought, maybe I should go against Brittany and try to make a move here? Or maybe I should grab Danielle and Mark, or Danielle and anyone else?
Brittany and I bonded earlier in the game, and it just, you know, I just feel loyal people.
There's no driving you to be like, now's my time. Shake things up.
No, I think that's not
There's a correct answer to this, by the way.
That's not.
Like I said, there's 6 of us who are going to vote for a movie.
I don't think that anyone is going to vote for me, so I'm not worried about my answers right now.
I'm going to speak from my heart, because that's where my heart is, not on paper. It's funny, I feel like
guys are your own worst enemies right now. You're saying a lot of things that make me think you're convincing people to not vote for you, which surprises me. Brittany, you keep talking about these two guys that you came down in a car ride with after they both were like vehemently, there wasn't anything going on, but you keep referencing your relationship with them, which says a lot to me. I do think it's really interesting that you keep bringing up your trustworthiness, because I think that has really gotten to you because you know that you were not. And you said a statement about how Danielle would have done the same thing in the other position, but you guys did approach her and she didn't. She stuck with me and let me drop a marble on the ground, which I'm super bummed about. Alba, I'm really bummed you're here because you just said that you don't think you're going to get a single vote, and I think it would have been so much more interesting if there were 3 people that were worth getting votes at the final tribal council. I think 2 people didn't play as strong as another person up here, and I think that what they're saying has really shown that if there's one person you regret voting out, who it is.
Can I just answer a previous comment that you don't think I deserve to be here, you think everyone else did better, but I do want to just point that out. I am here. So somehow, in some form, I did play a little bit better than you guys.
I think it's hard to make a choice, to be honest, because I'm a firm believer in fate, and I think every domino that fell kind of led me to be where I am. Of course, the ones I actually put down a name that person was voted out, the only thing I would say I might regret to put back would be probably Jim.
I don't think I regret voting off anyone here.
Just pick a name. One person.
I guess I feel bad for voting off Amanda for the first time. I was new to the game, so I was just very timid, just like posting. And Amanda, every 5 minutes would be like, okay, Drew is gone, we're gonna vote him up. Then she'd be like, oh, come over here. Okay, Rob is in the house, we're out here, let's vote for Rob. So I think it'd be interesting to have her in the game. It'd be definitely like more lively, so if I had to choose, I would choose Amanda.
Now the power shifts to the jury. We are going to vote. Remember, the name that you write down is for the sole survivor.
I am actually very proud of Danielle. Frankly, she got herself from down 3 to 5 to somehow in the final 3. That wasn't just by flying under the radar, that was by actively working with people, and I think she's right that she did play a good social game, and she won 2 challenges. So I hope Danielle
changed my mind at tribal council about 3 times who I was voting for. I'm still torn right now.
This is a hard decision.
Played the most well-rounded game. I think she was strategic when she needed to be. I think she played an okay social game, and she did win 2 immunity challenges. So my vote is for Brittany. Good luck.
So it's with a very confident heart that I vote.
Vote for Brittany, even though she backstabbed me, because she outplayed me pretty significantly, and she had, like I said, a foot in both camps. Played pretty well. Danielle also played pretty well, but she only had 1 alliance. All right, good luck.
I feel like there's really only 2 options.
I thought so much cooler stuff was gonna happen than actually happened. I was like, oh man, this is a plot to get me out. Oh, this is gonna happen, that's gonna happen. And it's just like, no, just the girls are voting for the guys. You know, the less experienced strategists kind of ended up on that girls alliance, and they were just kind of marching to the beat of someone else's drum there. I think if Sam was in it, that's the drum that would have won the money.
I am going to vote, of course, for Danielle. I don't think there's any question. I think that she did play better. I do feel bad for what everyone was saying about Alba, but if she gets any votes, I'll be really surprised. I don't want Brittany to win, but I also
so wouldn't be surprised.
Excited to read these votes. You want to see your name on this piece of paper. First vote, Danielle. Next vote, Brittany. One vote Danielle, one vote Brittany. Danielle. 2 votes Danielle, 1 vote Brittany. Brittany. 2 votes Danielle, 2 votes Brittany. Danielle. 3 votes Danielle, 2 votes Brittany. Brittany. 3 votes Danielle, 3 votes Brittany. Danielle. 4 votes Danielle, 3 votes Brittany. The winner of Survivor Branford 3, Danielle.
Yeah, I was out first last time. Like complete opposite.
Anything can happen.
Danielle, please come on up. I crown you the winner, sole survivor, winner of $1 million.